Hey gamers, welcome to another Artbook update. The most anticipated Artbook update I've done in years. Everyone is sitting at home right now, eagerly awaiting the one book that I was hyping up for months and months and months. It is finally time to show you the book that we've all been waiting for. The Guilty Gear art book. Now I know I've shown this before actually, so this isn't the book obviously, but it's still a good book nonetheless. I just have to always bring it up. Just look at the artworks. You got the this is I don't think this is a character in Guilty Gear at all. I think this is just a character they used to make the cover for the soundtrack. So there you go. Pretty cool, huh? You got all these cool artworks. Another like soundtrack cover lady, and then you have Jam and May. Yeah. All right. So this is a good book. I just wish I'll always keep wishing that they make a more recent Guilty Gear art book. I mean, this only covers from 2000 to 2007. I just really want them to do one for Exard and Strive, but maybe someday. Not now. This is the book. This is the book everyone is waiting for. But here's the funny story. I got 2 copies. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Theo, why do you have 2 copies? How did you get 2 copies of this fucking book? Well, let me tell you. I ordered this book back in September on Amazon, thinking, okay, it's coming out in December. Great. December comes. Oh, I got an email from Amazon. We are delaying the shipment. It's going to be now coming in January. Okay, fine. January comes. Hey, we're moving the shipment date to April, March or April, one of those 2 months. Okay, fine, whatever. March, April comes. Oh, we're moving the release again to May. And at this point, I was just like going crazy, thinking, is this book gonna fucking ship? And then it says, oh, it's like coming within a week. Okay, but it still did not tell me it shipped. It didn't even tell me it shipped, by the way. It just said, hey, it's coming. So I'm just thinking, like, it might change the shipment again. So someone told me on Twitter, oh, just buy on Barnes & Noble. They have it. They're dependable. Get it there. I order from Barnes & Noble. I get it within, like, 3 days. And I was like, okay, fine. I get the Barnes & Noble order way sooner. I wait until Sunday, and then the Amazon book comes. So I have 2 of these fucking books. So I have to figure out what to do with them. But whatever. Let me just show you this book. Okay, so this is the other funny thing about this book, right? I ordered this at the peak of my love for Diamond Unbreakable. I love that JoJo part. I love Josuke. Josuke was one of my favorite JoJo characters. I like Joseph a little bit more, especially in Battle Tendency, but I just like Josuke a lot more because he just kind of seemed like a very interesting main character that is just more interesting. He's a much more charming character. So I ordered this book thinking, oh, it's gonna have Diamond Unbreakable. Really, I love that. I love that part. It's gonna be a great purchase. By the time this shipped, Stone Ocean just wrapped up airing on Netflix. I think it was last year or so, whatever. And now I'm just like, I know this probably wouldn't have Stone Ocean. I kind of accepted that, but I kind of hoped it would have Stone Ocean, but I kind of knew it wouldn't. It's just one of those things. And I was like, man, I really like Jolene. Jolene is one of my favorite JoJo characters now. I think I like her a little bit more than Joseph and Josuke, but I'm not sure because Joseph, I just love the fucking gimmick of him saying, "Oh, then you're gonna say this," and then they say the thing that he said that they're gonna say. Like that was my favorite bit. And no other bit in JoJo has ever topped it. So I mean, that's why Joseph is a little bit like on a higher pedestal. Just that alone. But between Josuke and Jolene, it's like, man, it's close. Because I do watch JoJo dubbed. And I do think the JoJo dub is pretty good. I don't care what anyone says. The English voice actor for Josuke was such a good voice actor. Billy Kemetz, I loved his work. It's really a shame that he passed away. It really, like, I can't get over that death. Like, him and Kevin Conroy, the 2 deaths I don't think I'll ever recover from. But Jolene's voice actress is really good as Jolene. So it's all So all my favorite JoJos are voiced by like amazing voice actors. It's crazy, crazy coincidence. I am kind of iffy on Giorno. I don't dislike him. But I will say like Golden Wind is just kind of a whatever part. It's not bad, but it's not like there's really nothing that stands out. The only thing that kind of makes it cool is the whole Requiem aspect of it, and that's kind of it. I don't know. Like I like the idea that Giorno becomes a mafia boss, but it's still kind of like a whatever part in the grand scheme of things. But whatever. But I'm glad that this book has the goat. The only major bummer about this book, there's not a lot of Lisa art, and that kind of disappoints me. Lisa is a cool character, and this book has like nearly nothing of her. Like maybe a few like pages, or maybe one page, maybe, of her, but the rest is all the JoJo dudes, which is fine. I mean, they're cool characters, but I just want Lisa representation. Is that too much to ask? Am I crazy for wanting more Lisa in my JoJo? Maybe, but whatever. Let's just go to a random page. This is a cool illustration. I kind of like this one a lot. Kind of cool, kind of rad. Uh, then you got that's a cool angle of Josuke. I'll be honest. This one is pretty cool. And then another cool Josuke pose. And then you got the dudes, the homies. I will say for some reason this book draws Jonathan so weird. Like I don't remember Jonathan looking like that. Am I like that to me? It's like I'm debating myself. Is that even Jonathan? Because I know that's Joseph. That's Jotaro, obviously, and then that's Josuke, and it's like I guess this is supposed to be Jonathan, but I don't ever remember Jonathan even coming close to looking like that, except for the face. But it's like I don't remember him wearing that headband. It's just I don't know. It's just weird how they draw Jonathan. I will say though, the one thing that blows me away is that it shows Araki's like process of doing illustrations, and this I think made me love the book a lot more. Because I got this initially thinking, oh, it's gonna be a typical art book. Like, oh, it's gonna just have all these illustrations of JoJo, stuff that maybe I didn't see, maybe concept stuff, whatever. And it goes to the concepts of like each part of Phantom Blood all the way through Diamonds Unbreakable. And that's cool. I like that it goes through that. But going through the process of how Araki does his art is just like chef's kiss. Like I think this book is really solid as just a nice little quick read. I love the art it shows. Like it has this cool iconography. I will say the one thing that I think this book just kills it is the fucking logo designs. Like the character designs are great, as everyone knows, but the logos I think are just it's insane how good they are. Insane. But yeah, so you have the profiles, Arena, George Joestar. It's kind of funny. Isn't George Joestar the oh, it's Jonathan's father? Yeah, there was one JoJo. I think it was like Lisa's dad, or something that flew a plane. And I kind of wish we showed more of that. We saw more of that, but whatever. But man, see how cool this is? Then it shows like the stone mask. Like it's really cool because the one thing I always loved about JoJo, the one thing that always like stood out to me was the lore of JoJo. I don't know what it is. Like everyone's like, oh, the stands are cool, but the whole thing with the stone mask, like I just really love that the stone mask is also kind of related to Battle Tendency very closely because the Pillarman made the stone mask, and that's like a really cool like, little piece of lore there. I never really feel that the stands have that kind of connection because a lot of the stand stuff almost feels a little improv a little bit. Like it feels like they were just kind of making it up as it went, and that's not necessarily a dig at it or anything because I do also love to see that in stories like that that's like they're just making it up as it goes. Because I feel like that there is a lot of contradictions among how stands came to be. I feel like because I think in Diamonds Unbreakable they said, "Oh, it came from the arrow." The only thing that made sense was that it came from like outer space, like the stone from that came from a meteor. that's like the closest thing we got to like, okay, this actually like connects to the arrow a little bit more. But I just it runs into the issue with Stardust Crusaders when Joseph was like saying, "Hey, Dio did shit," and that awoke in everyone's stands, and it's like, oh, so this was, I don't know, like I feel like that I'm sure it's explained, and I'm just being a baby brain about it, but I feel like it's just it never has that same strength as like the Pillarman to the Stone Mask. I don't know. Am I alone in that? Probably. I probably am alone on that. But I just think I like Battle Tendency and Phantom Bullet a little bit more. But I also am a Hamon simp. I feel like you could do more fun stuff with it. Stands are great. I think that they've done very well as far as JoJo's been going on with it. That it kind of has exceeded my expectations. Every time I feel like, what more can they do with stands? What, like, they're gonna eventually run out of ideas. They always find a way to like go above and beyond. So it's like I can't it's to the point where I can't say that as much as I thought I was gonna be able to say it when I first started watching JoJo. It's crazy. It's nuts. But I think that's also why I love Stone Ocean a lot as a JoJo part, because I love the mystical mumbo jumbo of Poochie. Like that to me, I just love the whole thing. It's like, we gotta make this special green baby. We gotta do this to make him made in heaven. Like the whole process of doing that, I just kind of loved it, and then the ending was also just great. So my whole appreciation of Stone Ocean has only been amplified because it feels a lot of like lore shit that I loved in JoJo from the beginning, just amplified in Stone Ocean. So I love Stone Ocean. I'll die on that hill. I'll die on the hill that Stone Ocean is my favorite JoJo part, and Jolene is one of the best JoJo main characters. I don't give a fuck what you say. Jolene all the way, baby. Anyways, let's move on to the next art book. We got the Fire Emblem Engage art book. I didn't really read this because I'm still playing the game. I actually stopped playing it because I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and now I'm playing Zelda. So now Xenoblade is also on hold because of Zelda. That's fun. But yeah, this is the Engage art book. I really love the art books that Nintendo's been doing with their collector's editions. I will say they have been knocking it out of the park with these fucking collector's editions. The only thing that I have an issue with is just the pricing. It's kind of crazy that I feel like that Nintendo made it to the point where they just throw in junk just to upsell the editions now, and it's like, I don't give a fuck about pins. I don't give a fuck about like the Tears of the Kingdom comes that metal thing, and I honestly don't give a fuck about it. Like it's like I don't really have a place to hang it, and I don't want to. I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it. So it's like why add it? Other than to increase the price of the fucking item. Because if it was just the pins and the art book, that would be great. But whatever. But even then, the art books have been very good. I think the only one that kind of excelled better than these is the Bayonetta 3 art book. Now, everyone dislikes Bayonetta 3. I get it. I get it. But I like Bayonetta 3 a little bit more. It's not as good as... It's funny with Bayonetta. I feel one has a good challenge to it. I love the challenge of Bayonetta 1. 2 has better smooth gameplay combat wise, but it's easy. So it's like, I don't know. And then three is like it kind of tries to kind of bridge the two. But there's stuff I love about 3. So it's that's a whole other video for another time. But anyways, they've been knocking out of the park with these books because look how big they are. It's not these little baby art books like fucking Horizon Forbidden West or any Sony fucking game that comes with them where it's like a tiny little scrapbook. I'm not enough ranting about this. I'm ranting about this right now. Fuck it. Sony, you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you, because you know for a fucking fact that these fucking companies on Sony are like, oh, we're gonna give them like an 80-page little booklet that's tiny because they want to sell you the full-on real art book. Like, I get it. At that point, don't include art books. Like, if you're gonna give us little scraps, just don't do them. Don't do it. Fuck it. Because at least with this, it's like a big book. It's like a nice like quality. Look at the fucking cover. Like, I can't even remember where I put the Forbidden West fucking art book, and I don't give a fuck. It's tiny. It has a terrible cover, terrible fucking art book. Every single Sony game that comes with it, it's been a underwhelming disappointment to the point where I just don't even care anymore. Like, this is the thing. I used to be a huge simp for art books. If you throw an art book in your collector's edition, there's like a 90% chance I'm gonna buy it. Every Sony game has gotten to the point where I'm officially saying it. I'm not buying collector's editions for Sony games unless it's a game I really like. For example, like if Death Stranding 2 has an art book, right? Correct? I'm probably gonna get it because I love Death Stranding. I like Kojima's games. I love Death Stranding 1, so whatever. That has a precedent. But Horizon Zero Dawn was the last good game. Forbidden West was kind of a bland mess. I did not like that game that much. And that art book was like a assault on the wound. So I'm done getting your fucking collector's edition, Sony. Fuck your games. I'm done. I'm done with that. Okay, I'm just gonna get the normal edition of your games. Not anymore. Okay, no more. No more of this fucking, oh, I'm gonna spend this amount of money for your stupid ass collector's edition to get a scrapbook. Fuck you. Now I'm getting real collector's editions from Nintendo. That's right. Nintendo knows how to do them. Look at this. Look how big this book is. Open to a random page. Bam, art. Wow. Look how big the pages are. Look how good the quality is. It's already insanely better than fucking whatever Sony puts out these days. I mean, everyone already is kind of a little upset about Sony's quality of games, where they're movie games geared for DSP. I get it, but man, they dropped the ball so hard on the art books. It's just, I can't believe that they pack those games with garbage. So, whatever, I'm done with that. I'm just not bothering. But look how cool this is. Alright. Next book, the Tears of the Kingdom art book. This one, I was like really hyped to get this. Like, this was the one thing I was like gunning for, the Tears of the Kingdom art book. Like, I just wanted that collector's edition so bad. I was like gunning for it. I was like, look at Warrior64 on Twitter, see, hey, who has it? I need to order this thing like as soon as possible. I was like thirsty for it. Finally got it, and it's just like, oh man, this is like bliss. I love this book. The only small criticism I have is that it doesn't have the full-on Ganon. It has the mummified Ganondorf, which is cool. I will say I do like that that at least they show you the mummified Ganondorf. Because I think that's like a very creepy design. I just love the intro to Tears of the Kingdom as well, just because of that, and I just love that they showed it in more of an artistic render in this book. But they don't show you the Ganondorf that you're gonna probably fight in the game. Because here's the thing that's a little weird about this book. I know that they probably didn't show it because they didn't want to spoil the game to people who bought it. And I get that. Persona 5 Royal did that too with their art book. But if you're not gonna sell an official art book like they did with Breath of the Wild, then why not just throw that in there? Because the thing is, Persona 5 Royal, I'm still kind of mad because I wanted to see Maruki's Persona in the art book. I just wanted to see Thanatos, or whatever the fuck his fucking Persona's named is. I just wanted to see that, and it's like, oh, I can't because they wanted to avoid spoilers. But they're not gonna release an official art book for that. Because it's such a small part of the game, of course, whatever, right? But then, with Zelda, it's like Nintendo barely does merchandise like that. Barely! So it's like, we're not gonna get full-on Ganondorf art at all. Because they're probably not gonna make an official art book. They did make an official art book for Breath of the Wild, but I just don't know if they're gonna do that for Tears of the Kingdom. So it's kind of a shame that, they didn't include official Ganondorf, which I think is kind of weird because Ganondorf was on the official promo material for this game. Like, everyone knows he's in the game. Everyone knows what he looks like. They see him mummified and not mummified. So, I don't know why this book is dedicated to only showing mummified Ganondorf. Like, why not show all Ganondorf? Where's all the Ganondorf? Why do we only get the mummified? But I will say, I'm gonna try to find this mummified Ganondorf. I just want to, like, give shouts out to the dude, to the guy. Where is he? Come on, he has to be here. Where is he? I probably should have remembered the page, but you know how it is sometimes. It's crazy, crazy shit. Oh my god, come on. I know he's in this book. Yeah, I'll just do the, Oh, there we go, found it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit. I do like that he's like a creepy fucking mummified dude. Like, look how cool that looks. It's like they wanted to show with this, like the more I'm thinking about it, the funnier it kind of is. Because imagine you get this for your like child, like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, whatever the fuck, and then they open this part and they see this. Like I kind of feel this would like give them nightmares. Because like look at it, it is kind of creepy looking. This is like some Evil Dead shit. Like this is like a Deadite. I'm coming for you, Ashy Slashy. Okay, there we go. That's all you're getting from me. And then you get the likes. I do kind of like the likes in this game. It's kind of cool, kind of rad. But yeah, this is. But they don't show you the official Ganondorf. They only show you this. This is the only thing you look at, and part of me is like wondering, is this what you fight in the actual game? No way. He has to get his full power back. There's no way he's just gonna be a mummified corpse when you fight him. That doesn't make any sense for a final boss. But I do like that they showed that. So that was cool. Okay, we do have other art books. Surprise, surprise. Bam! Licorice Recoil. I do like the anime, even though it is animated by A1. I don't know. I'm shocked too. But this is actually a good book. I'm actually kind of surprised how good it is. It shows a lot of cool like costume designs and all kinds of stuff. All right, that's enough of that. It gets weird. And then you got Bayonetta, The Eyes of Bayonetta 3. This is more an official art book than the other. I'll be honest with this, I wasn't sure how much more content it was gonna have versus the Bayonetta 3 art book that came with the collection, because that had a lot of pages in it. But this, I looked at the page count, I was like, yeah, this has more pages, I guess. I don't know. So I was like, I'll get it just for the collection, I guess. So, that's rad. It's a good cover. I do like the cover. I will say I glanced at this. I need to go back more, into it. But I have the Eyes of Bayonetta 2, and I think this is way better. The Eyes of Bayonetta 2 is like it's all right, but a lot of the images are just in-game renders, and it's like, why show that? You know, like do I have to explain the nonsense of doing that? I don't think I have to. So you know the issue. Then we got The Reluctant, which is artwork from Toshi. Okay, you see the name, you can read it. This I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, but I was like, hey, this guy did art for Cowboy Bebop. Why not? Because he probably did Space Dandy as well, and I was rewatching that, so it all kind of came together. So I really like this art book. It's a really solid art book. It shows all of his work he's done. It's kind of rad. It kind of reminds me, oddly enough, I have the art book of the Persona guy. He has the Persona 3 and Persona 4, 5 art books. I've shown them before. It kind of reminds me of that. So I think that is it for this art book update. Nothing else to show. You've seen all of the stuff I've had. I do have an art book for Alien Isolation. That's there. I got the Fooly Cooly Omnibus. Oh, Archives, I should say. Excuse me. I got the Clerks 2 screenplay signed by Kevin Smith. This is all right. Whatever. I got Lupin the Third. This one I'm gonna read a little bit more closely. Then Grimoire Nier. I have the Nier art book as well. But I think I'll show you all these. The Idol's great book. All right. that is it for this art book update. What am I gonna end on? Wait, hold up. I got it. All right, let's go.